All right, so now that you're logged into Delta Math, this is what your end is going to look like. So you're going to have your patterns and sequence retake at the top here. And what you're going to do is click this one. Now, if you've logged in before to take a retake on features of functions, obviously you can't do that anymore because it is completed and past due. So upcoming assignments, you're going to click patterns and sequence retake. Now, you're going to have a bunch of different questions, and this is one of the examples. So it's actually saying, determine if the sequence below is arithmetic or geometric, and determine the common difference. So if it's increasing or decreasing by a certain number. So let's see if we can solve this one. So let's determine what it is. Now, you won't be able to write on your screen like I'm about to do, but what you can do is always have a piece of paper out and write it down too. So from 22 to 16, I can see that it's decreasing, so I know it's minus some number. 22 minus something gives me 16. That's going to be minus 6. Well, I'm going to double check and make sure 16 to 10 is also minus 6. And if it continued on, it would eventually be 4, and so on and so forth. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to our page here. This is, what type of sequence is it? Is it geometric or an arithmetic? Well, geometric means multiplying or dividing, and arithmetic means addition or subtraction, because it's increasing or decreasing by the same number. Geometric means that we're going to have more of a curved line, to the power of something. All right, and it says, so it is an arithmetic sequence, and the common difference, so the difference between the difference and the ratio is more for geometric, and the difference is for arithmetic. So it says this is an arithmetic sequence, and the common difference is equal to, I'm going to put -6, because that's what it's changing by. So when you hit submit answer, it's going to ask you, are you sure about your answer? And this is how it's going to read and what it's going to tell the computer. So you can read it and make sure, yep, all right, that's what I did. And if you hit yes, sweet. If you hit no, you can still edit it. So if I hit yes, I get a giant green check mark here saying, yep, you got it right, meaning I got a point for that one. So as I scroll down, I can see that it actually lays it out for me whether I got it correct or not. So you can see what it's talking about. Since the term is decreasing, the common difference is negative, essentially subtracting. And then it'll show your solution down here that you have the same answer or a different answer. So then when you're ready for the next problem, what you're going to do is hit next problem. And right here it says record. So far I have 1 out of 10 questions done, and each question is worth 1 point. And if I get it wrong, it's a point off, just like any normal tests. So if I was going to do this one, which I'm not going to do for this video, because I want you guys to get started, you're going to figure out if it's arithmetic or geometric, meaning multiplying or dividing to get to the next number. And what's really cool about this website is if you are stuck up here, sorry, I had to expand the screen a little bit. If I was stuck, I can do show example, and it'll show me an example of a similar one. So it would tell me that, look, it's an arithmetic, this example is an arithmetic sequence, the common difference is this, and this is how I would multiply. All right, so what's cool about this is if I was still kind of confused, I could hit the next example until I'm like, okay, I can understand it 100%. Then I can go back to my original problem, type the answer in, and see if I got it correct. Now, let's say I got it wrong. Let's say it's, 56. All right, if I submit my answer, it'll say your answer is incorrect. Try finding your mistake, and you have 1 attempt remaining. So each of these questions, you get 2 attempts to ensure, hey, you know what? I accidentally made some minor error. I added instead of subtracted, and stuff like that. So then you hit OK, and then you try again. What else, one last thing is super cool is I can click this calculator. If it opens, there will be a calculator, If it doesn't, it usually means that you can't use the calculator. Oop. There we go. So mess around with this. There we go. There's the calculator. You can use the calculator if you want. If you hover over here, a graphing calculator and a statistics calculator will definitely not help you for these. These we'll be dealing with later. So go ahead and get started. Remember, you can only work on this by yourself, meaning you're not working with a partner. If you have any questions, do feel free to ask us teachers some questions. Again, remember this is a test, so we can't really give you the answers, but we can guide you in the right direction. All right, so get ready and get started.